Hi guys, welcome to my channel today, and thanks for watching me. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the new subscribers in my channel. You're most welcome, and I appreciate a lot for all the support, for the comments, and everybody who takes time to watch my channels. I'm still working hard, I'm improving on my videos, and I'm hoping to have more fun with you all. So today we are going to speak about Kenyan stereotypes, and we are going to go straight to number one. And the first point is people asking, when you say you're from Kenya and they ask you, do you speak Kenyan? Like, come on, there's no Kenyan language. We speak English and Swahili. So we don't have a language by the name Kenyan. Yeah? The only thing we have are dialects or mother tongues. And this differs from one tribe to the other. We have so many tribes in Kenya, I think more than 50 tribes, and each of them speaks differently. And we don't have Kenyan language. Like there are those Germans who even ask, sprichst du auch Kenyanisch? Entschuldigung, wir haben keine kenianische Sprache. Wir haben nur Englisch oder Swahili. Verstanden? Okay. Yeah, and Swahili is one of our, Swahili is our national language, and this identifies our culture, our national, this identifies Kenyan as a nation. And then we have we have English, and English comes from the British colony, because we are one of those British colonies. We were colonized by the British, and that's where we got the English language. So if you hear about somebody ask you about Kenyanish or Kenyan, just try to explain what is going on there, because there's no language like Kenyan in Kenya. Yeah, the only thing we do is Swahili, jambo, habari yako, sasa, mambo, and so on and so forth. Hakuna matata, that's a well-known worldwide Swahili word. That means everything is going on right, going on perfectly. Hakuna matata. Okay, our next point is about people who asking about animals. We don't have animals walking on the streets of Kenya or on the streets of the capital city. We don't have elephants, lions, and giraffes walking or wandering around the town. These are wild animals. They are reserved in their places, and they are not friendly to human beings. And that's why they are not wandering around with human beings. And anyone asking you about this question, I think such kind of people, you should just take them back to school, because they need to differentiate about pets and wild animals. I think anyone who knows or who has his brains knows what a wild animal is. This is a hostile animal that cannot be living with human beings. So in Kenya we have lions, yes, of course. We have elephants, giraffes, name them, call them rhinoceros and rhinos and whatever. All of them, all the wild animals, they are living in the animal reservations. Yeah, that's where they stay, that's where they are reserved, and that's where they have their shelter, and that's where everything happens. Not in our houses or in our homes, in our compounds. Just think again twice when you're asking about animals, wild animals, elephants crossing all over the streets or wherever, I don't know. Yeah. So another point is people asking about, do you speak English? Oh my god. No, I don't speak English. But somehow I can't speak English. Come on. I speak fluent English. And English is taught in schools in Kenya. And this is one of those compulsory subjects in all schools, as I know. And English is a language that every Kenyan speaks. So asking somebody or asking a Kenyan, how comes you speak English? That's strange. Like, come on, we are a British colony. And the fact that we have the English language too, then that makes us also people to, that makes us to know and have the know-how of the language as well. And that's why we speak English, right? Yes, I think the question is answered. So another point is, oh God, this is crazy. People asking about, in Kenya, do you people have food, enough food? Why is everybody dying of hunger? Why are all the kids malnutritioned? They are not well fed. Why are they all dying? Like, come on. We have enough food. We have enough food in Kenya. And our kids are healthy. Right? They have food. They're not malnutritioned. And they have the necessary things that they need. Just because one kid out of all the population is malnutritioned does not make every single Kenyan outside there just die of hunger. Like, no. We have food. We are not all poor. We can afford food. We can eat what can make us healthy. And not every Kenyan will die just because they are malnutritioned. No, that's wrong. Very wrong. Okay? And the other point is, well, are you also a Maasai? I hear all the Maasais can jump. Can you also jump so high? Like, come on. Kenya has so many tribes. As I said earlier, not only the Maasais, there are also other tribes in Kenya. Just because you went there for holiday, visited the Maasais in Samburu, that's not all about Kenya. Kenya has Kikuyus, has the Luos, has the Kambas, has the Luyas, and everybody else in the whole country. Like, there are so many tribes, more than 50, I think so. Every tribe has his or her own culture. And not every Kenyan can jump as high as the Maasai. No. I can't jump that high. I can only jump. I can't even jump. Maybe I can jump from one stair to the next one. That's the highest point I can reach. So forget about that point, that every Kenyan is a Maasai. I'm not a Maasai. We are not all Maasais. Maasais are just a group of people, a small group of a tribe, and that's it. Okay? So we have another thing, and this is, do you people in Kenya live in the bush, in the savannah? Like, no, we don't. We don't live in the bush. We have our houses, our shelters, and definitely these are not in the bush. These are not in the savannah. Like I said earlier, that's a place for the wild animals. That's where the wild animals live, not human beings. Just because you saw a documentary on TV showing you about the bush, the savannah, and etc., that one does not make every Kenyan person to live in a bush. We have decent houses. We have decent furnished houses. Homes. We own homes. Not only houses, not only rentals. We own homes. And in Kenya, we don't live on trees. Like, you hear people asking you, do you even have houses? Maybe you live in the tree, on the trees with those animals? Yes, we live with those animals. They are very friendly. You want to meet some? You can just come and try and stay with them. Could be a good therapy for you people to grow up wisely. And back to another point. This is like one of the major points, and this includes, are people all over Kenya having malaria, dying of HIV and AIDS and etc. and etc. We are not all infested, and not every Kenyan is sick. We have healthy people, we have sick people, just as we also have healthy and sick people in other countries, in those first world countries. Yeah, not everyone is having malaria, not everyone is having AIDS, not everyone is dying. No. And on top of that, we have health facilities where these people are taken good care of, right? Just because you've heard about some crazy things on the media, people are dying, people are having Ebola, the others are dying of malaria, the others are dying of cholera, does not make every Kenyan person, every Kenyan outside there sick. We are healthy. I am healthy. And I grew up healthy right from the time I was a baby, growing up and up to where I have reached. I have not seen or heard about every Kenyan, my sister, my brother, my family, name them, call them. All these people, they are people who've been living for years, and we have our grandfathers, grandmothers who have a very, very healthy life. They're getting onto their 100 years and over. And these are not people who've been sick from malaria or cholera or, I don't know, HIV and stuff. These are healthy people, healthy human beings out there in our country. Just like we have other people, also other healthy people in fast developing countries, right? So remove that mentality in your head of making everyone sick while they're not sick, and think about some other constructive things. We are tired of hearing all these stupid questions or these meaningless facts, and I don't know what analysis you always create about Kenya or the whole African continent. This is terrible. This is just terrible. We have to rise up as Black people, fight for our own pride, and we have to make it clear what we know about our country. We should not support the media. The media is spreading things that are not there. Old things that have been done in the last 10-20 years. Old videos, films, etc. And all this is blindfolding all these people, blackmailing people in developed countries. They don't know anything. Please, before making an assumption, just take your suitcase, your bags, pack them, and fly to the continent of Africa. Go there, see everything with your own eyes. Yeah? Then make assumptions. Okay? I hope you had a good time with me. Thanks for watching, and we see us next time.